What are we looking for? Dogs.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Barry. You know we back on Bird's Eye View with it. Like always, appreciate the love and support. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Stop what you're doing. Smash the like button. Smash subscribe button. Hop in the comment section. Comment whatever you want. Of course, I'm dropping daily bangers day by day. You know we got news of the day coming out of Colorado, and we're going to jump right into it. But before we do, of course, I was at the NFL Combine. As you see, my little brother here on screen was with the DBs. That's Willie Drew. He was the only Division II player there, one of only two HBCU players in attendance. Of course, he did a phenomenal job. Clocked a 4.46 40, a 1.49 in the 10-yard split, which ranked third out of all the DBs. I mean, that's elite time, dog. You think DK Metcalf, his 10-yard split was a 1.45, which is the combine record, and my little brother was at 1.49. So he did a phenomenal job. His athleticism ranking was a 78, which ranked 11th out of all the cornerbacks there. He did what we needed to do. Can't wait for his pro day. Let's keep it rolling, man. We got Elijah Griffin. He's a 5-star defensive lineman, 6'5", 285, out of Savannah, Georgia. He's in that 2025 class. This is the number one overall player coming out of the state of Georgia. He is the number one defensive lineman in the country for that 2025 recruiting cycle, the number 3 overall prospect in 2025. Just a well put together defensive lineman with great athletic ability, elite getting off the football, developed well beyond his years, dog. At 285, he's clocked a 5.1 in the 40-yard dash. He also has a 35-inch vert as well, which is higher than 14 of the guys at the NFL Combine when it comes to the defensive linemen. That 35-inch vert would have been the highest for the defensive tackles there. He tidied up 70 tackles as a freshman in high school. He followed that up with another 82 tackles, 30 tackles for loss, 14.5 sacks as a sophomore. He's versatile, dog. Will have the opportunity to play inside or out at the next level. Blessed with an 80-inch wingspan as well, 10-inch hands. Damn near unblockable, dog, at the high school level. His physical abilities and traits will allow him to see the field easily and early. With the continued development, he'll make an impact on Saturdays without question. Of course, he recently dropped his top 12. That top 12 is loaded: Georgia, Colorado, Louisville, Miami, Florida, Clemson, LSU, South Carolina, USC, Oregon, Duke, and Alabama rounds out his top 12. Currently, right now, he has been crystal ball to Georgia. So, of course, we're going to see exactly what it transpired. I got to get this young man on campus without question. But we are in the running to land the number one defensive lineman, number one overall player coming out of the state of Georgia in that 2025 class. Like I said, it's looking like Georgia is in the lead right now when it comes to this young man's recruiting. But, of course, you can never count out Coach Prime with a 5-star. We've seen what he's been able to do. Let's see what happened with this young man. Let's keep it rolling. We got Trayon Odum. He's a 4-star defensive lineman, 6'5", 270 out of Cary, North Carolina. He's in that 2025 class. He's a top 10 player in the state of North Carolina. He's a top 30 defensive lineman in the country. This is a top 300 national player, a strong and athletic defensive lineman who's been a disruptor on a high school level. Very physical, very strong, gets off the football at a good rate, has an array of pass rushing moves in his bag. He can command double teams and still find a way to make a play. A lot of hustle plays on tape. Even if he's not making the play, he's still busting his ass to get to the football. I love his value at the next level with continued progression in his game. In 2022, as a sophomore, had 41 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 5 sacks. He did that in 11 games. In 2023, as a junior, had 54 tackles, 22 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble. He did that in 10 games as well. He will be in Boulder April the 12th. He wants to make a decision after his June visit, so it looks like he's looking to commit to his institution before his high school season. So we're going to see exactly what transpired there. Again, he will be on campus next month. Of course, we're expecting a phenomenal visit coming out of this young man. Shout out to his mom. His mom is the head basketball coach, the head women's basketball coach at North Carolina Central. That's a HBCU. They're the Division I there in the MEAC. Of course, I'm always showing love to HBCUs without question. So shout out to his mom there. Definitely looking forward to getting this young man on campus, man. I love his tape without question. I feel like he will be a great fit with our defense and what Coach Prime is looking for. I'm going to definitely keep an eye out on him, and I'll give you guys an update after his visit. Let's keep it rolling. We got Cameron White. He's a 3-star outside linebacker, 6'2", 225 out of Riverview, Florida. Of course, he's in that 2025 class. This is a top 40 outside linebacker in the country. He's a top 80 overall player coming out of the state of Florida. Just a heat-seeking missile at linebacker that's extremely physical and versatile. Plays fast, uses his eyes very well, can play inside, can play outside, good in coverage, can also be seen coming off the edge as well. Now, obviously, he'll have to put on a little bit of weight if he wants to play edge at the next level, but that's going to come naturally, right, when he gets in that college weight program. I really like him at linebacker, though. Tackles very well, plays with a high motor, He just flies around the field, dog, and locates the football. Of course, he has offers coming from all over the country: Colorado, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Utah, Miami, Texas A&M, Oregon, Louisville, just to name a few. He does have a visit set up. He will be coming to Colorado March 15th. Now, based upon rival right now, it looks like it's between us and West Virginia to land this young man. Looks like we're the two schools that are high on his list right now. So, of course, we're expecting a phenomenal visit when he gets to Boulder. I really, really love this man, Motor, dog. When I say this dude is just flying around the football field, dog, and he is extremely physical. You can see it. He wants to let his presence be known anytime he's making a tackle. I'm telling you right now, dog, this is a underrated prospect. I know he's rated as a 3-star right now. This is a underrated prospect without question. In my opinion, I think he's a 3-star just because of his weight. That's all. I mean, I can't see another reason as to why, based off watching his tape. In my opinion, this is a 4-star athlete without question. And by the time he graduates from high school, he will have that 4-star ranking. So we're gonna see exactly what transpired with this young man. But I'm extremely excited to get him in Boulder. Let's see what happens. Let's keep it rolling, dog. We got CJ Wyck Jr. He's a 4-star wide receiver, 6'4", 200 pounds. Out of Alpharetta, Georgia. He's in that 2025 class. This is a top 25 wide receiver in the country, a top 30 overall player coming out of the state of Georgia. He's a top 200 national player. Just a tall, fluid wide receiver with a huge catch radius, a ton of production as a junior. Had 70 catches, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, high points to football really well, really good long speed as well, good route runner, creates separation on deeper routes, really good hands, has a track background as well, has a lot of good tools at wide receiver that assist with him making high-level production plays at the next level. Of course, he recently dropped his top 10, which is loaded: LSU, Georgia, Florida State, Ole Miss, USC, Alabama, Colorado, Auburn, Michigan, and Texas A&M rounds out his top 10. Of course, we're always going to keep high-level wide receivers. You can see it at this point. Coach Prime has the ability to land big play wide receivers, multiple big play wide receivers. Of course, we're going to need to get us a quarterback for 2025. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have good and comparable quarterbacks that are already in Boulder already, that'll still be there in 2025. But, of course, we're expecting to land a high-level 4-star, 5-star quarterback, possibly a Juju Lewis, right? Will it be Antoine Hill coming out of the state of Georgia? Of course, previously committed to Colorado, ended up decommitting. Of course, we're still in the running to land TJ Lateef, another quarterback coming out of the state of California. He's a 4-star guy. So we'll see exactly what'll happen when it comes to these young men. But let's be real. We're going to land a high-level quarterback coming out of that 2025 class. We have a revamped offensive line. We're going to still have a ton of weapons in Boulder, Colorado in 2025 still. Of course, we're going to bring in guys. We're going to get guys from the transfer portal. We're going to get some elite-level athletes that are going to commit. And like I said, we're still going to have guys that are going to still be there without question. So we're going to see what happens. But we're in the running to land another high-level wide receiver. Last but certainly not least, dog, we got Aaron Gregory. He's a 5-star athlete, 6'3", $175 out of Douglasville, Georgia. He's in that 2026 class. This is the #1 athlete in the country. This is the #2 player in the state of Georgia. He's a top 15 national player coming out of that 2026 recruiting cycle. A legit two-way athlete that can excel at either wide receiver or DB at the next level. Runs track as well. Size and abilities make him jump out on tape. Does a lot of great things well at wide receiver. He's smooth in and out of his breaks. Natural hands, can easily get open. Has the speed and acceleration to take a slant 80 to 90 yards to the house. Makes guys miss in space. In 2023, had 45 catches, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. He did that in 10 games. At DB, he's very physical. Tackles well in the run game. His length and ball skills allow him to make plays on the football in the air. Smooth back pedal, really good feet. Could be seen as a can't-miss prospect in that 2026 class. Taking 2 visits right now. He has 2 spring visits lined up so far. LSU on March 9th and Colorado on March 22nd. Now, it looks like Colorado, we offered him February 21st, and he already has a spring visit set up. So as you see, there is some legit interest with this Colorado football program without question. Again, this is the best athlete coming out of that 2026 class. Can honestly play on both sides of the football. We know Coach Prime will allow his athletes to play on both sides of the football as long as you dominate at one position first. So don't be surprised if you see this young man having Colorado in his top 8, his top 10, his top 5. When he drops that list, again, he's in that 2026 class, so he still has a couple years left in high school football. But we're going to keep an eye out on his production and see exactly what happened with this young man. So not going to keep you long. Just want to bring you guys another phenomenal update. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what time it is, dog. Bird's Eye View, man.